Well, hey there. I'm Matt Pierce. I am a journalist and news producer, originally from Texas. Major topics that I lecture on and discuss are American history, government, political science, English, and geopolitics. Um, I've been doing this for quite a while. This is kind of my game. As a journalist, I've covered geopolitics, world affairs. As a producer, I've produced a lot of different things on these topics. Previously to that, concurrently with that, I worked with Preply and a very popular platform. I was one of the highest ranked tutors on there when it came to English. And I really enjoy doing this and having these discussions with you. You'll be able to find here on your screen a list of lectures and resources here that I'm putting on my website for you to take a look at. Let me before we dive into what this this course is about, this video series here is about. Obviously, it's the American history narrative, right? But I want to explain to you a little bit about the format here, the audio format of this course. I don't want to put a lot of visual distractions on there for you, okay? So what I'm doing here is keeping this very audio focused so that way you can stop, take notes. There's not a lot of distractions. You don't see me moving around. You're really focusing on the content at hand and what we're discussing here, okay? And I want you to focus more on that and less on the distractions of this, okay? So this is going to be heavily audio focused. Pretend it's a podcast or a radio show, something like that, right? So feel free to stop it, take notes, do what you need to do, and you can always kind of come back to this as we go along. Now, as far as the course directly, okay, this is going to cover a lot of different things. Each video topic is going to cover every conceivable thing from the pre-Columbian era to the contemporary era, right, of American history. So this is going to be very in-depth, okay? I put a lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of effort into this thing, so I want you to get the most out of it. More than likely, we're going to start off in the pre-Columbian era, which can be somewhat controversial. We're going to explore the diversity and complexity of indigenous societies here in the Americas before European contact, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind as we're talking about the pre-Columbian era. This is the histories and the life of the indigenous people here pre-European contact, okay? Then we're going to talk a little bit from there about colonial period era, the revolution and the new nation. Then we're going to talk a little bit about expansion and conflict, then move into the Industrial Revolution and then to the 20th century. And then finally, we're going to wrap this up with the contemporary era. Now, the objectives of this, okay? So I want you to have a comprehensive understanding of what we're talking about, the American history narrative, okay? So the purpose of this is going to simply be to provide a thorough understanding of American history from the earliest societies to the present day. We're going to highlight some key events, talk about some key figures, discuss some movements. Some of it will be controversial because it's going to challenge what you were probably thinking and what you were probably already taught. Okay, so some of it may be controversial a little bit, okay? But open your mind to thinking about these things. We're going to have, because that's where the critical thinking aspect comes into play at. That's why these courses like this are much deeper. They're more gauged for critical thinking. And that's what this is going to do. It's going to encourage a critical analysis of historical events, their impact on current American society, and really the wider world, right? So what this is going to do is it's going to create a deeper understanding of the complexities and the nuances of American history. And then we kind of feed this into cultural awareness. So my hope is that it will enhance your awareness and your appreciation of the diverse cultures, the social and political landscapes that shape the country, and its continued influence on the United States. Because it's 2024 as we enter into a very volatile election season, this cultural awareness is going to be really important. And then last but not least, when it comes to the objectives, I want you to think of the historical context. What I hope to do is offer you a context for contemporary issues and debates for tracing these historical roots that help you draw connections between the far past and the present. So the purpose here is educational engagement, to engage you with compelling narratives and critical perspectives on American history, because this makes it relevant and accessible to you, the modern audience. I also believe in an informed citizenship. As a journalist, I believe that informed citizens make informed decisions. Okay? So I hope to equip you with the knowledge necessary to understand the historical context behind current events and issues that kind of foster this informed and engaged citizenship. Okay? Then we're kind of hope to help you achieve a certain level of cultural literacy. So I want to increase this by covering a wide range of topics in these videos, talking about historical events, key figures, and all of these things that contribute to a well-rounded understanding of the United States' place in the world. And then, of course, I want you to have an inspiration for further learning. I want to spark interest into more study, a deeper exploration of very specific topics within American history that encourage you to continue this all throughout your life and expand your curiosity. That's kind of the overview of this class. That's kind of the overview of this lecture series. Again, thank you for joining me. I'm Matt Pierce, and let's get on with it. The first part we're going to talk about is the pre-Columbian era. Move on to the next video, and we'll talk about it. Talk to you soon.